Hey everybody, Bill De La Cruz here. And the last time we talked about the importance of self-reflection and self-care. And I asked you to find something you love to do and share it with somebody. I hope you're able to do that and you found it helpful and fun. Today we're going to talk about the steps that it takes to become self-reflective and self-aware using a process called finding the origination point. The origination point is the place of healing and understanding, and it plays an important role in building critical self-reflection. The origination point is important because the root cause of many of our adult triggers towards ourselves and other people and things is created and grown from the origination point, or our origination stories, when we're very young. The origination points are points in time where we receive narratives, behaviors, thoughts, examples about how we are and how we see the world. They're typically from our first teachers, which is our family members, our parents, our siblings, our extended family. And as we grow up, we allow, consciously or unconsciously, those narratives to label and identify who we are and who other people are. And over time, these individual narratives grow into the way we define groups of people. And that movement from individual to groups of people is what sustains biases and stereotypes and judgments. This is how we get labels, and then we identify who we are and who others are based on those labels. The interactions we have, the news we watch, the music we listen to, the TV, the people we hang out with, everything shapes the many lenses for how we grow up with these stereotypes, judgments, and biases. To disrupt stereotypes and judgments and biases, we have to do our own work. And there's no secret to the change process, and the steps for growth are available and accessible to every living, breathing human being on the planet if we choose to do our own work. The driving force is that our mindset drives our behaviors. And if you want to change your outcomes, the first step is to shift your mindset. The change process is simple and it's complex. Discovering our origination points in life opens a space for healing and understanding. About 3 or 4 years ago, I was facilitating a gathering of about 65 people. And we were doing our foundational bias training, which is a half-day gathering, and it's really rooted heavily in the process of allowing folks to get to their origination points for feelings that they had as adults. And we were all done with the day, and I was just kind of milling around the room, and a participant came up to me and she said, "I think you saved my marriage." And I'd never heard anything like that before, so I had to hear the story. And she's in her mid-30s, a teacher, and she told me that she had been married for about 4 years. And her husband knew each other pretty well, and they had the normal marriage things that come up. And she said, but over the last 3 months, they had been having the worst arguments that they had ever had in their courtship, in their marriage, and she was emotionally stimulated much more than she ever had been. And through our process of the foundational bias work, she started to connect what she was feeling as an adult to some experiences that she had when she was young. And what had happened is her husband had a regular 40-hour-a-week job. Fine, he was home at night, they had dinner, all these things, and then all of a sudden he had a great opportunity to join a startup. So now his workload went from 40 to 60 to sometimes 80 hours a week. So now all of a sudden he was gone a lot. And she started to get really upset and emotionally impacted by the fact that he was gone all the time. The connection that she made is that she was having a feeling of abandonment, and what she realized through this process of the origination point is that when she was 12 years old, she was abandoned by her dad. So she had all of these unclear, unhealed feelings, experiences, and emotion from 12 years old. And as a 35-year-old married person, now she's bringing all of that into her relationship with her husband because she's putting that sense of abandonment onto him. That's just a really quick story to show you that the origination point is a very powerful place, and that if you can find the origination point for some of your emotionally impacted interactions as an adult, it will also provide a healing place for you. So think about a time that you got really emotionally charged. I'm sure in this last month, everybody out there has been emotionally charged. See if you can connect it to something in your younger life. And if you make the connection, see what's there for you. So until next time.